Sir Alex Ferguson's biggest Man United regret is surprising and speaks volumes. When it comes to regrets at Manchester United, even the best have a few. Sir Alex Ferguson celebrates his 80th birthday today, and, out of all the figures in the club's history, he may just be the biggest of all. Yet despite winning 13 Premier League titles, even he doesn't feel entirely satisfied with the way his time at Old Trafford worked out. Ferguson made United dominate the Premier League during his spell in charge, as well as helping them win 2 Champions League titles. But the Scot confessed earlier this year that he still has regrets, despite being regarded as one of the best managers of all time. Ferguson recently promoted the documentary Never Give In and, speaking in a Q&A session, revealed the sadness he felt at having to offload the likes of Paul Parker, Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister and Dennis Irwin. In terms of the regrets, the 1994 team I had, the back four all seemed to grow old together, he said. And that's a terrible thing to happen to the manager, because these guys were fantastic for me. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz. The problem for me is, what do I do about it? I managed to organize a move for them, and they did well out of it, but telling them is very, very difficult. The same when having to let young players go. The process was the youth coach and the welfare chap would come in with the player you're going to let go. Maybe he's only 17, 18 years of age. The way we'd explain it is we'd try and get him a team. We'd try and get him a club, and we're sorry we're having to do this. That's terrible. That is the worst thing, having to let a young player go. Don't miss Arteta can't ignore glaring change needed at Arsenal. Man United staff conflicted over Ronaldo and Fernandes. Messi hits back at Barcelona over playing for free. All his ambitions and hopes and desires are about playing for Manchester United in front of 75,000 people and going to Wembley in a final. That's the ambition of every young kid that comes to Manchester United, and when you take that away from him, it's a sore thing. So I hated that. Ferguson's biggest regret at United speaks volumes about the man and the manager he was. The Scot wanted to win, of course. But he always put the player first, doing what's best for them instead of himself. Football is cutthroat. When players age, some clubs shun them and demote them. But Ferguson was willing to go the extra mile, making sure the likes of Parker, Bruce, Pallister, and Irwin got what they wanted as well. Without such an approach, it's interesting to think how Ferguson's career could have worked out. Footballers need coaching, sometimes sternly, but also need an arm round their shoulder when the chips are down. Ferguson was a master of this. The very best. And it's telling that, all these years on from his retirement, United remain a shadow of what they used to be. In 2014, Ferguson said bringing through the class of '92 was his biggest achievement at the club. And that also speaks volumes about the man he is and what he values within football. Many people have different interpretations of what I've made Manchester United over the last 26 years, with great players, Rooney, Ronaldo, Cantona, Keane, Robson, Schmeichel. There's too many to talk about, he said. But honestly, I think the spirit of Manchester United has come from the '92 team.